stone, smooth stone, sand, gravel, and bone blocks. That's good enough for now. Look at that! You can't complain too much about that. That's better than it's been. Like a male living space. I love that subreddit. I also love female living space. I love how female living space is just like infinite squishmallows. Squishmallows everywhere. And then male living space is a TV on the floor. It's two extremes. It's either a very well decorated apartment or it's a TV on the floor. I just love living space. It's true. I am an HGTV fan. Just where it goes on the floor. On the floor. A futon that's actually a seat. Well, that could just be minimalistic, you know? Did I get everything? I don't know, but this is gonna be great for saplings. For the sapling economy. Business is booming. Great for what? For the sapling, which is the word for a baby tree, by the way. It's in the dictionary. You can look it up. What's not in the dictionary? Napling. I'm gonna copyright that one. That one's mine. I claim that one. That's unfair. I wouldn't. Let it spread. I mean, that would be a huge achievement for anybody, getting a word in the dictionary. Imagine how the person who invented the word selfie feels, you know? I bet things would have gone differently if they had tried to copyright the usage of the word, you know? Skibidi is in the dictionary? Can you please read me the definition of the word skibidi? Because I didn't realize it had a definition to be put in the dictionary. Fine, I'll do it myself. Is it in like Webster? Oh my gosh, it is in the Merriam-Webster. Skibidi. A nonsense internet term connected to an absurdist YouTube show about evil toilets. Is this real? Is this really the dictionary? Is Merriam-Webster? Have they changed? Are they still a reliable source? Skibidi is a gibberish word spread by Skibidi Toilet, a popular YouTube show featuring human-headed toilets battling. Wait, camera-headed humans. That's why you brought up Skibidi. Wait. Is Skibidi actually somebody's, like... That's disturbing. It is widely used as a nonsensical and occasionally pejorative expression and meme online. I didn't know. Is it somebody's, like, special interest in a way that is not acceptable for... I don't think it should be. It's really in the dictionary, huh? Well, you know, that's... The world evolves. The language changes. It's in Riz too. Riz makes sense at least. It's like a derivative of charisma, right? Lots of braids are gone. Oh, I'm sure the kids are alright. People say this about every generation. Oh, I'm sure they'll be alright. Riz is old? From 2010s? You mean like 2019? The kids cannot read? Well, if they're like 2, they can't. I'm sure they can read. Old Lady Nimi and her Riz. What's the like hottest slang right now? Like hot off the presses, hot off the middle school playground. Are they still on the playground in middle school? Asking the wrong person. I've seen SYBAU. I know what it means. I honestly thought that when I first saw it though, I thought it was just in a foreign language. I thought it was just a word in a foreign language. What is SYBAU? It means shut your up. Apparently. My regular user, no. The only acronyms I use are those to express laughter. Like, LOL. Or maybe a raffle. Or maybe a lemao. Raffle really fell off. I know. I feel like we should bring it back. Lemao has like a sinister energy to it to me. Lemao feels mocking. It feels like cold. Like cut off. Like you don't really care. You know? You're not really laughing. Well, like we know you're not laughing. When you type any of these, you know? You're not really laughing. You're just, maybe you let out an exhale of air. At best. You're not really laughing your butt off. But I feel like Lemao, it feels too cynical. Something about it. It's too casual, like we could tell. It's signaling that you're not actually laughing. You're just sitting on your phone. You get that? Oh, and all caps is different. Although, all caps also might seem like you could be making fun of someone or something. But all caps, that's the way. That's something, I'm like too old. I'm used to typing everything lowercase. Like lowercase LOL. But I'm learning you should not do that. Because it makes you seem sarcastic or indifferent. If you want to signal to somebody that you thought that they were really funny, then you should use all caps. Well, because like, I feel like you should always use all caps. Because what's the worst that could happen is like, the person thinks that they are being funnier than they are. But that's a good thing. You gotta gas up your friends sometimes, you know? Let them enjoy the all caps. Being the recipient. Let loose a little. Getting timed out in chat for all caps. But you don't have to type everything, you know, just your LOLs, your LOLs, and whatnot. Nah, don't get my haha. You gotta try it. You gotta try it. And then maybe your friends will pick it up too, and then you will be the recipient of the all caps LOL, and you'll see how good it feels. You know? Feels like you actually made a difference. You actually made somebody laugh. They'd laugh enough to type in all caps. That's something. That means something in this world. I used to be someone who always typed in lowercase no matter what. Because I wanted to seem like cool and calm. Like I don't care. I'm too relaxed to care about proper grammar. I'm just in lowercase. I don't even bother capitalizing my eyes. But actually, like, with autocorrect, I was like, it was the opposite. Because I was actually going through the effort to decapitalize my eyes. Fighting the autocorrect. So it was really the opposite. I was trying so hard to look like I wasn't trying. Nowadays, I just do whatever. The story of life. Middle school in a nutshell. Oh my gosh, me and my friend, the one who called me a beta fish and I went on a lot of internet explorations with, she and I had this thing where we would text each other. This was back when text messages were a thing. We would text each other and we would not put any spaces in our messages at all. So it would just be like one long string of words with no spaces in between. And we thought that we were like starting something. We were like, let's call it No Space. And we were like gonna have t-shirts made. I think we might have even had t-shirts made. I don't know what we were doing or thinking. Don't like that idea. We thought it was so cool though. We really did. Beating the character limit. It didn't last very long. We didn't do it for that long. Probably because, yeah, it's hard to read. But for a brief time, we thought we were doing something. We thought we were starting a movement of no space. Your eyes hurt. I do appreciate grammar these days. It exists for a reason. You know? It's not just to get you down, to bog you down in the system. It's there so that your words can be understood easily. Yay, grammar! Oh, but I can't get behind the period in, like, casual conversation. Like texting or, you know, on Discord messaging. I can't get behind ending the sentence with a period. It feels too formal. Makes you feel like you're angry. Like you're not amused. So true. Even in emails, I don't like doing it. I will in an email, I'll end with periods, but I feel like I'm being so serious, you know? So unapproachable. I prefer exclamation marks. Like, I don't know, they used to say, I don't know if they still say this, they're like, never use an exclamation mark in an email, in a professional context. But I do. Now, I started using exclamation marks. You use them all the time. I at least use one in my closer. Which, well, it depends. My closer is pretty much always like, thank you so much! Exclamation mark. Nimi. But I used it when I was more serious, which is dumb because it was like when I was in college. But everybody in college is like pretending to be a serious adult, right? Between their binge drinking and partying. I was more of a best, comma, Nimi person. Which is like, wow, you're fancy. With the best, comma. Sometimes I would do a best wishes. Best wishes, comma. They have been birthed from nothingness. What do they call it? It's like spontaneous existence. I don't remember. There's that experiment that they did with the flies in the little bottle thing. Immaculate conception, not that one. Abiogenesis, is that the one? I remember learning about it in school. Man, experiments were crazy back in the day. Like, you could just be like, I think that life can just pop into existence randomly. And then you can just study that. You can just have that be your experiment. They made like a little bottle contraption and filled it with, I don't even know what, like vinegar? And then put flies in one side so that they were like not connected to the outside world. Or no, what did they do? No, they just put like a piece of rotten fruit or something. Then tried to see if the flies will magically appear where the fruit is. Was it meat? I guess meat. Put some meat in there. Yeah, to see if like maggots, they thought rotting meat spawned flies. Isn't it weird, like, now that seems so ridiculous. Like, of course not. Of course it doesn't just spawn it. A fly has to come and lay eggs on it. And that's what happens. It's because the flies lay eggs and then the eggs hatch. But there's things that we believe that are commonly accepted, right? Or unknown, I guess. That one day will be disproven. And then we're gonna be the idiots. We're gonna be the dum-dums. Right? Shrimp is bugs. I mean, I believe that one. That's true. Not me. I know. I already know everything. What is a bug, I guess? You have to decide what a bug is first. Bugs likely evolved directly from crustaceans. That's cool. Sometimes I think about how, like, whales and other marine mammals were on the land, and then they decided to go back into the ocean. I wouldn't. I wouldn't decide that. The ocean seems scary. The land just wasn't hitting. The land sucked for a few million years. It appeared of being shallow water animals. Yeah, I mean, I could imagine that being alright. Like on the beach, you know? I could imagine being on the beach for a few million years. Or maybe 400 million years or so. But I don't think I'd want to get in the water still at the end. I still wouldn't want to. I'm gonna try to get more gravel to make a farm. I should also chop down these trees. There's always stuff to do in Skyblock. I don't know, I think my problem with like regular Minecraft, at least single player regular Minecraft, is like, what do I do? What do I even do, you know? What's my goal? But with Skyblock, you start with such limited resources that there's always something to do. This exact thing. But you have to work so much less hard, you know? You don't even have to work to get dirt. Dirt is like the throwaway block, you know? That you end up with so much of. That's why you like mod packs. I was thinking about playing some after Skyblock someday. Because I've never really tried them out. Any. Greg Tech? I don't even know what that is. Sky Factory. Are these words? I was like firmly anti-Labubu because I feel like it's just getting people to spend way too much money on these little stuffed animals as a status symbol. But then this influencer that I like had one, and I was like, oh, now I kind of want one. I'm too susceptible to influencers. It was, I don't know if you guys are on the fashion YouTube shorts, but it's the like corporate goth icon. I don't remember her channel name, but you'll see her if you're on there. This goth lady, the beautiful goth lady, has a Labubu. I want to be a beautiful goth lady with a Labubu too. That lady in particular is responsible for making me buy many things already. And I don't think she's even getting paid by these companies. I'm too easily impressed upon. Even Nimi's susceptible to a goth woman. I'm especially susceptible. Goth Nimi when? As soon as I'm able to. You know it. You can bet. You are not immune to propaganda. I'm not! That's why I had to delete my Facebook, because Facebook had like tuned in to exactly what I wanted to buy. And, like every day they were advertising things to me that I really wanted. That I didn't know I wanted until I saw it. And then when I saw it, I really wanted it. So I just quit. I was buying too much stuff off the internet. The algorithm did have me down. I can't even imagine if I had TikTok. This is why I try not to like witness ads. Because even when they're not ads, I get influenced to buy it. I'm too impressionable. Consumerism's strongest champion. No. I'm much better than I used to be, honestly. Which is weird, because back when I was like a broke college kid with very little disposable income, that's when I was like buying the most stuff off the internet. Just a bunch of cheap stuff. I don't know why that is. I mean, I guess back then it's because I was on Facebook too much. Getting influenced to buy stuff. Now I guess I realize like cheap stuff from the internet is not that good. It's kind of just like already made for the landfill by the time it gets to you. I'm a lot better now. I don't shop nearly as much. And when I do, it's usually stuff I want. Although I've been buying a lot of books lately. But a lot of them are secondhand books because I can't resist the secondhand bookshop. But I don't feel that bad about buying secondhand books. I feel like if you're gonna spend money, that's one of the better things to buy. You've been buying so many used books. I know, used books are awesome. I love hardcovers, especially. My hobby is to like, I like to buy a hardcover book and then take the cover off and see what's underneath. Which sounds wrong. It sounds wrong when I put it like that. I don't know, sometimes there's stuff under there that you don't expect. Sometimes there's like embossed gold and other cool stuff. They always look better without their cover on. Searching for a secret hidden message. I was at a used bookstore just the other day and I found a copy of Game of Thrones and it had like somebody had written little notes in it. And I was really tempted to buy it and read it. But it was a soft cover, and I was like, ooh, I kind of want a hard cover, so I didn't buy it. But I was tempted. The first note I read was like, I don't trust Daenerys' brother. It's just like, it's a good instinct. You hate when people write in the book? I don't do it myself. If I want to take a note, I'll use a sticky note. But it's kind of fun to like read what other people write, you know? It's fun to see. Found a book signed by the author at the secondhand bookshop. Yeah, you can always find cool stuff like that, I feel. You always write in textbooks and pass them on to your younger siblings. there is a joy to like reading people's notes in books. It's like a book club, you know? Everybody wants to discuss what they're reading with other people. Surely I should have some cursed topics from my time on DeviantArt. I feel like my days on DeviantArt were actually very wholesome, though. I feel like there's a lot of wholesomeness on DeviantArt. I mean, what were they thinking when they named the platform DeviantArt in the first place? I feel like they knew what they were doing. They knew exactly what they wanted to accomplish with that platform. I had my OCs on DeviantArt, my sad OCs. It's a requirement of OCs to make them sad. Here I am asking why they made the ghast lore so sad. That's why! It must just be human nature. Tapir nature. To want to create sad stories. Why is she sad? Well, that's the worst part of like when I was doing my OC. I didn't even have a reason why she was sad. I just like wanted her to be sad. The reason is like she was alone as a child. But, like I didn't flesh it out any further than that. That was it. She was just like, when I was a child, I was alone. Like, can you give us a little more to the sad backstory? It's reason enough. I mean, it is, but like, why was she alone? I don't know. I never thought about it. I never thought about the why. Just make it happen. Oh, the Naruto swing. Oh my gosh. That's peak, and we all know that that's peak. That's gotta be one of the best anime endings of all time, too.